New Historicism, a paradigm-shifting approach in literary theory and criticism, emerged in the 1980s primarily through the work of Stephen Greenblatt. It marked a significant departure from previous literary theories by emphasizing the reciprocal relationship between a literary work and the historical and cultural context of its creation and reception. Influenced by the works of Michel Foucault and drawing from cultural anthropology, New Historicism views literature not in isolation, but as part of the broader tapestry of history and societal structures. The genesis of New Historicism is often attributed to the desire to move away from the strictly text-focused analysis of new criticism and the rigid, often deterministic approach of traditional historicism. It sought to integrate a more dynamic and fluid understanding of the interplay between literature and history. Besides Stephen Greenblatt, other scholars like Louis Montrose and Catherine Gallagher have significantly contributed to the development and evolution of New Historicism. New historicists argue that literary texts are deeply embedded in and inseparable from their historical contexts. This context includes not just factual history, but the broader cultural, social, and political milieu of the time. Unlike traditional historicism, which often viewed history as a linear and progressive narrative, New Historicism posits a non-linear, complex view of history, marked by contradictions and diverse perspectives. Greenblatt's concept of cultural poetics underlines the idea that literary texts are part of the cultural practices of their time, reflecting and actively engaging with the cultural and power dynamics. Drawing from Foucault, New Historicism emphasizes the role of discourse in the power dynamics within society. It emphasizes how literary texts both reflect and contribute to the construction of social and power relations. This approach integrates methodologies from anthropology, sociology, and history, advocating for a more holistic understanding of literature as part of a larger cultural fabric. New Historicism provides a framework for critically re-evaluating canonical texts, uncovering the historical and cultural assumptions that shape them. It often brings to light marginalized voices and histories, challenging the dominant narratives and perspectives in historical and literary accounts. The principles of New Historicism have influenced other fields such as history, cultural studies, and anthropology, enriching the study of culture and society through its nuanced approach to historical context. New Historicism treats literature as a socio-cultural document that offers valuable insights into the historical period it represents, rather than viewing it purely as an artistic or aesthetic object. Acknowledging the variability and subjectivity of historical interpretation, New Historicism opens up multiple avenues for understanding and interpreting texts, depending on different historical and cultural perspectives. While influential, New Historicism has faced critiques for its potential relativism, its methodological looseness, and for sometimes underplaying the role of authorial agency. In a globalized world, New Historicism's emphasis on historical and cultural specificity makes it particularly relevant for postcolonial studies, where it's used to analyze literature in the context of colonial and postcolonial histories. In conclusion, New Historicism offers a rich, complex, and nuanced framework for literary analysis, rooted in an understanding of the interdependence between literature and its historical context. It challenges simplistic or ahistorical readings of text, instead advocating for a multifaceted approach that recognizes the intricate ways in which literature is intertwined with the cultural, social, and political fabric of its time. This approach not only deepens our understanding of literature, but also encourages a broader appreciation for the historical and cultural forces that shape our world.